The man who attended his own funeral. Full viral USA emotional suspense mystery story, English version, New York City. 12 baje midnight. Bare ke bare, heavy rain poured across the empty streets. The lights of the tall buildings reflected through a fog, making the whole city feel strange, almost haunted. 32YEAR. OLD Ethan Walker was riding his old delivery bike through traffic, cold burgers in the delivery bag, a fake smile on his face. Ethan was the kind of guy who hid pain behind jokes. Whenever someone asked, "How are you, man?" he'd laugh and say, "Mentally destroyed, but my bills are still alive." People laughed, but nobody knew. Inside, he was completely broken. 3 months earlier, his wife, Sophia, had died in a mysterious car accident. At least, that's what the police said. After that night, Ethan's entire life changed. The apartment that once felt warm and full of laughter now felt cold and empty. Sophia's favorite coffee mug still sat on the dining table. Her perfume still lingered in the bedroom. And every night, Ethan sat beside her photo and talked to her. Another customer refused to tip today. You would have yelled at him for sure. Then he'd laugh quietly. But seconds later, his eyes would fill with tears. Only his lazy orange cat, Nacho, stayed beside him. Ethan would sigh and say, "Look, Nacha Zapare, your mom left me alone. Don't worry." The cat would yawn and fall asleep. Tibaya id. Wow. Great emotional support. Uh, that night started like every other night. Ethan had just completed his final delivery and was about to go home when suddenly Bear Neki Manas Surfer, a strange order appeared on his phone. Pickup location UNKNOWN, customer name SEYOUSON. Ethan laughed nervously. Wow, sounds exactly like the beginning of a horror movie. Then his eyes widened. Delivery payment, part so US dollars $500? Bro, am I delivering burgers or human organs? Without thinking twice, he accepted the order. The GPS slowly guided him farther away from the city. The roads became emptier. The rain got heavier. Phone signal disappeared. Ethan swallowed nervously. If I die here tonight, God, please delete my Netflix history. After almost 40 minutes, he finally arrived at an abandoned church deep in the woods. The place looked terrifying. Broken windows, old wooden doors, fog everywhere. It looked like nobody had entered that church in years. But strangely, a dim light glowed inside. Ethan slowly pushed the door open and instantly froze. Inside the church, diesel, booze, booze, saws. A funeral was taking place. Around 20 people dressed in black stood silently, heads lowered. Some were quietly crying. No one spoke. Only the sound of rain hitting the roof echoed through the church. Ethan awkwardly raised the food bag. Uh, excuse me, your burger delivery? No response. Then his eyes slowly moved toward a giant framed photograph near the coffin. And suddenly, the food bag slipped from his hands because the photo was HIS. Ethan Walker Marketer, Association Confenerial Cogitate, 1994, 2026. His breathing stopped. No, this has to be some kind of joke. Shaking, Ethan slowly walked toward the coffin. And when he looked inside, he screamed. Inside the coffin was his own dead body. Same face, same jacket, same scar above the eyebrow. Ethan stumbled backward in terror. His entire body trembled. This isn't real. This can't be real. Then suddenly, an old woman stepped toward him. Her eyes looked completely white. She whispered, "Come. You were never supposed to come here." Ethan backed away in fear. "Who's doing this?" But before she could answer, the church, like the church lights, suddenly shut off. Total darkness. Whispers filled the room. He came back calm. "Kill him. He knows the truth." Ethan quickly turned on his phone flashlight, but instantly froze again. Everyone had disappeared. The church was empty. Only the coffin remained. And now the body inside it was gone. Ethan's breathing became heavier. Then, suddenly, uh, his phone rang. UNKN or WN number. With trembling hands, he answered the call, and tears instantly filled his eyes. Because the voice on the phone was Sophia, his dead wife. Ethan run. Ethan froze. The may. Ethan froze. "Sophia, you're alive?" But the call disconnected. Then, thump, thump, thump. Heavy footsteps echoed behind him. Ethan slowly turned around. A tall man, wearing a black mask, stood in the darkness, holding a shovel. The man whispered, "He, you should have died that night." Ethan panicked. "Uh, Bro, what did I even do? I literally give people extra ketchup for free." The masked man charged toward him. Ethan screamed and ran through the church. He slipped on the wet floor, crashing into candles. In panic, he threw garlic bread at the killer's face. "Take the carbs and leave me alone." The masked man roared angrily. "Nah!" Ethan escaped through the back door into the forest. Heavy rain, Darwin territies, mud everywhere, darkness all around him. Suddenly, the ground beneath him collapsed slightly. He looked down. A hidden wooden hatch. Ethan opened it carefully. Underneath was an underground bunker. Inside, newspaper articles covered the walls. Every single article had HIS face on it. Then one headline made his blood run cold. "Ethan Walker officially declared dead." Ethan's legs weakened. Officially dead? But he was alive. Then he noticed an old videotape. With shaking hands, he played it. The screen flickered. Sophia appeared, crying. "Ethan, if you are watching this, it means they failed to kill you." Ethan's heart pounded. Sophia continued, "The company you worked for launders money for dangerous criminals, and you accidentally discovered their secret." Ethan stood frozen. Suddenly, memories rushed back. 3 months earlier, he had seen something suspicious inside one of the company warehouses. And after that, the accident happened. Sophia wiped tears from her eyes. "They wanted to erase you, so they created your fake death." Ethan whispered in disbelief. "So officially, I'm dead." Then suddenly, click, a gun cocked behind him. The masked man stood there, holding a pistol. "Now, you know too much." Ethan slowly stepped backward. Fear filled his eyes. Then suddenly, bang! A gunshot exploded through the bunker. The masked man collapsed to the ground. Ethan turned around, and tears rolled down his face. Because standing there was Sophia, alive, soaked in rain, holding a gun. Ethan's voice trembled. "You're really alive?" Sophia smiled through tears. "And you still tell terrible jokes." Both of them started laughing and crying at the same time. Then suddenly, Nacho the cat jumped out of Sophia's car. Ethan stared in shock. Why you took the cat too? Sophia laughed. He likes me more. Even after all the fear, the mystery, and death, for the first time in months, Ethan truly laughed again. 6 months later, near a beach in California, Ethan and Sophia opened a small cafe. Its name was Second Life Cafe. Every Friday night, Big Ethan tells customers the insane story of how he attended his own funeral. Nobody believes him. People laugh. But at the end of every story, he always says, if your funeral happens before you die, if your funeral happens before you die, never accept delivery orders after midnight. And from the kitchen, Sophia always shouts, and if you do, bring garlic bread. The entire cafe bursts into laughter. But deep inside, Ethan still remembers something terrifying about that night. Because even today, he believes that inside that church, he didn't only see humans, he saw something else. The end.